Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this. You're not going to bite me, are you? So I am on my way home from, if you heard yesterday's podcast, or even some of them from last week, you know that I've been away for 4 days. I was speaking out in Colorado. And when I got to the airport yesterday, I was there probably about an hour earlier than I typically get to the airport. And I figured I was flying Southwest at the time. And as you know, Southwest is pretty much run, sprint, jump, push, and wedge your way into the seat that you want. And even though I was in the first group that was boarding, I wanted to get one of these upgrades that they have. And all that means is that you get to be one of the first 15 people to jump, push, squat, kneel, wedge, whatever it takes to get to your seat. So I got there super early, as I said, probably about an hour early. And so I went right to the Southwest counter. And when I got there, much to my surprise, there was a woman standing there with a hat on that was actually a lobster hat. Had the two little claws coming out of the hat, the lobster head, the whole 9 yards. And as I looked around her workstation, there were more hats. So me and my wonderful sense of humor decided to say, well, I'd like to see if you can help me. I certainly hope you won't bite my head off. Yeah, I know. Awkward pause. But anyway, she laughed. She gave me the courtesy laugh, and it was a very long, drawn-out courtesy laugh. And she basically said, this is a man who is trying to bring me some sass. And I merely looked at her and said, no, I love the hat. Actually, I think it's wonderful, and it put a smile on my face. And she said, well, I wore it because I'm trying to inspire. So what can I do for you today? So we started having a conversation as she finally took care of the ticketing situation. I was talking to her about this, though. I said, but this is what we need more of. And I said, I'm very serious when I'm telling you this, that I love the hat. I love the hats that you have set up around here. She said, well, I went and bought 10 hats, and today this was the hat of choice. And I just want to put a smile on people's face. I want to inspire them. And I thought to myself, man, this is what the world needs. More people who, number one, are just being themselves. She didn't worry about what anyone was going to think. I'm sure she got some sass from people. I bet she even had some people looking at her because she was wearing a funny hat to work today. And at the end of the day, the reality of this is that she was standing up and owning who she was. And even as I say this, I think that you even listening know that there have been situations where you have seen somebody doing something that might have seemed a little crazy, might have seemed a little out there, maybe even wearing a crazy hat somewhere, and maybe you've even taken the time to judge that person. And the reality is that person has what it takes to just stand up for who they are. That person is not worried about the good opinion of others. That person is worried about one opinion, and that is theirs. That is what they want to do. And the question becomes for all of us, where in our lives are we more worried about what other people are going to think than just owning who we are? I mean, people do this when they go to the gym, for crying out loud. People will take a shower to go to the gym to work out and sweat, only to go home to take another shower. But they're so worried about how they're going to look when they go to the gym. And it's so, like, you can look at this just across the board. There are areas in your life right now where you have done this, where you're worried about what someone is going to think. At Christmas time, this last Christmas, man, this suit was fly. I mean, I'm so looking forward to Christmas this year because I had a really nice coat the year before, which is a very decorative Christmas coat. But this year, oh man, folks, this coat had Christmas lights in it. So I get to hit a little button and my coat would start to flash. It was amazing. My kids love the coat. And then I wear my Vans. I have Snoopy Christmas Vans, and I wear those every day that I drop the kids off at school. And the kids love it, and the other kids love it. And there are parents who look at me like, that dude is probably a freaking whack job. And I look at them like, hey, maybe you need to loosen up a little bit. And it's different strokes for different folks. That's totally cool. I think we all need to loosen up. I think we all need to have fun. I think we all need to figure out who the hell we are and start living by our own values and stop living by the values of other people. And one of my highest values is to have fun. And as I teach and talk to my kids about, is to own who they are. Don't apologize for who they are. Love who they are. Love themselves. And that's the point of this message today, folks, is for you to love you, for you to own you. However that looks. If you're just a person who doesn't, it's cool, man. Like, if you don't want to wear hats and like funky pants and stuff like that, that's cool, but don't judge somebody else for being who they are. At least they know who they are. So do you know who you are? And if you are a person that you just love dressing up and you just love going to the nines, that's okay. Then guess what? Do it. And do it proudly. And if you want to go somewhere dressed up where most people aren't dressed up, then do it. And do it proudly. Like, it doesn't matter what the argument is here. We can go both ends of the continuum. At the end of the day, it comes down to you owning you. I love MaryBeth at this Southwest Airlines interaction. And what was really cool about the whole thing is, as I said, hey, will you take a picture with me? And go check out my Facebook page. Go check out my Facebook page, and you will see on my Facebook page, I'll even put this on the Commit and Go page on Facebook. Go check it out, and you will see a picture of MaryBeth and I. I said, would you please take a picture with me? And with your permission, I'd love to post this and share with people just how you put a smile on my face today. I think other people need that. And then as she walked around the corner, I gave her a big old hug, and the woman sitting in a chair there who also worked for Southwest said, this is the best part of my day. This is so amazing. Do you want me to take the picture? And so she grabbed my phone and she took 3 snapshots of MaryBeth and I. And she just had a big old smile on her face. I gave MaryBeth a hug, and then I would walk away, going ahead and creating my post for Facebook to share a message somewhat familiar, somewhat like we're talking about today. So as you sit back and you listen to this podcast, I just ask you to do one thing today. Every podcast is about you, but just take a moment and identify where in your life are you more worried about what other people think than just standing up for who you are. And what's one thing that you can do today, not to rub it in someone's face? How about one thing you can do today just to honor you and who you are? That's all I've got for you here today, folks. Hey, if you haven't already, I'd really love it and appreciate it if you just head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. And if you haven't already, subscribe, but also rate and or review this podcast. It helps us to climb the charts and affect more people in this beautiful world of ours. And also head on over to commitandgo.com where you can get my free Time Mastery program. You just go ahead and click the link over there, and you're going to be able to sign up for a Time Mastery program to help to just remove the energy drainers in life, start being more productive in creating the life and the business that you want. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.